The basketball season turns the page to the postseason as several teams try to survive and advance in the regional playoffs. Welcome to Sports Wire. I'm Will Catterley. The 12-team bracket rewards the top 4 teams with a first-round bye, while teams 5 through 12 try to navigate the opening round to get a shot to pull off a second-round upset. One of those teams would be the Hermitage Panthers. The Panthers came into the playoffs as a 5 seed and would love nothing more than to take down Tucker for a shot at 4th-seeded Mills Godwin.
So to the Big Herm we go. Panthers at home taking on the Fighting Adam Desgain and the Tucker Tigers. Early and often, good game in the first half. Number 1, scoop and score, Chase Weaver. More from Hermitage. Beyond the arc, no, but on the offensive glass, this guy had himself a night. Number 21 doing the honors, Cavante Williams for 2 down low. Panthers on the prowl once again. Still first half action. Still Williams high off the glass. Yeah, the bank's open. Count that for 2 more. Double digits for him on the evening. But Tucker did not have a great season, but they are trending in the right direction for next year. Much better team than what I saw early in the season. Number 23, Von Ballo connects for 2. Hermitage answers though down low. It's Williams once again. Williams, straw stirring the drink down low for Hermitage. Panthers still first half action. To the hoop, no. Again, the offensive glass was the big difference in this one. Number 15 connects, Tyson Scott. More from the Panthers. Desgain not going to like this. Matter of fact, he's going to call timeout. You got to close out the guy driving to the hoop. Come on. Jaden Fairclough doing his job. But the Tigers, to their credit, would come back. Number 1, Donovan Lee connects for 2. Hermitage, an answer from 3. Money ball is good. Jaden Fairclough gets it going 27-13 at the half, second half. Here comes Tucker from beyond the arc. Nothing but nylon for Cameron Williams. More from the Tigers. Yeah, third quarter not bad for them. What a move. Great dish inside. Nice dime. Finds Ballo underneath. Timeout Hermitage. Tucker would bring this game all the way down to 4. And then Hermitage turned it back on. Like a water spout. Eden Harvey for 3. He's one of their big-time scorers. Again from beyond the arc. That is good. Harvey getting it going in this one. And then Harvey with the rock. Harvey! Heat check! Got it to go! And Hermitage not only advances and beats Tucker, they would beat 4th-seeded Godwin as well in the next round. We stay with Region 5C guys hoops. Deep Run taking on Meadowbrook. Deep Run, the 8 seed at home, hosting Meadowbrook. The 9 seed, so the winner would get the number 1 overall seed. That would be Glen Allen. Highlights of that coming up later in the show. Meadowbrook looking good early. Amaran Johnson for 2. Wildcats trying to counter. Will press defense. No problem for number 11, who's going to have himself a highlight reel on SportsWire this week. Max Hebert connects, count it, 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Wildcats on the run, connecting from long range. It's William Schwab. Schwab connects from 3. It's 16-5. Wildcats up 11. Dominant in the first quarter. Meadowbrook had answers in the second. Defensively, that helps. Steals, score, Jaden Nichols. Freshman guard, he's got a future. More Meadowbrook. Nichols looking, picking, prodding. Wildcats playing zone. Meadowbrook shooting over it. Number 11 getting it done, Elijah Brandon. Deep Run, countering. Still second quarter highlights from way beyond the arc. Yeah, Wildcats can do that. They can shoot the rock. Victor Smith, to the Victor go the spoils. Wildcats sees momentum, and then Victor Smith, Johnny on the spot. Great defense, forcing a turnover with a jump ball. Nice job by the Wildcats. Coaches love that, the defensive effort, whether you're making shots or not. Speaking of making shots, Meadowbrook responds. It's only a 3-point game at the half. Braden Arline connected from long range. And then second half, switching sides now. Big time money ball is good for Max Hebert. He connects for 3. Hebert, one of the leading scorers on this night. Meadowbrook answering late. Number 3 getting it done, Jamel Williams. This is a great first-round game, one of the better ones. Inside, yeah, Wildcats have size. Jason Morgan, the Morgan brothers, Jason and Quentin. And then, get out of here. That's brother Quentin Morgan with the stuff, leading to instant offense. Victor Smith connects for 2. 49-46 Wildcats, 7.6 seconds to go. Monarchs need a 3. They get the screen. They get a good shot off the front iron. Rebound. Last chance. No, and the Wildcats survive and advance 66-63. How about Freeman and Clover Hill? Speaking of great first round action, this game would qualify in spades. Freeman the 7 seed, Clover Hill the 10 seed. So, of course, Mavs playing host. Number 22, what a great defender for Clover Hill. Micaiah Lewis would be pickpocketing the Mavs guards all night long, while this guy would be hitting threes all night long. Take a dip, Marshall dip, like a drop into the bucket of the ocean. Meanwhile, here comes the defense again. And again, it's number 22, Micaiah Lewis. Instant offense. This guy's good too. The dime. 3-ball, got it. Clover Hill with the early advantage. Freeman would have answers, and this guy was on fire. Another 3-ball for Marshall. Dip, look out, the Marshall's in town. Dip from the other corner. Nothing but nylon. 3-ball corner pocket for Dip. You want more dip? We got it. Chips and dip. Way beyond the arc. Marshall. At the buzzer, no less. Marshall Dip had 21 first half points. Just in the first half, 18-16. Woo, I got faked out because he's passing a Dip. Another 3. Dip went 5 for 5 on his first 3-point attempts. But this guy kept Clover Hill right there. Micaiah Lewis, another steal, another score. He had 12 in the first half. Lewis again, forcing a turnover. Guess who? It's Brandon Hill, who can fill up the bucket in earnest. Again on defense, at the buzzer before the end of the half. 3-ball is good. That would make it a 6-point game, and Clover Hill ends Freeman's season 55-54.
Well, basketball wasn't the only sport playing through regionals. We have plenty of highlights from indoor track as well on the other side, plus the first round of ladies hoops, including Deep Run versus Tucker and much more. That's next. Hey!
So, same time next week?
Well, of course.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to
Feed the Pig. Welcome back to SportsWire. To Highland Springs High School we go for indoor track regional action at the home of Highland Springs. And you want to talk about a trio of winners? Say no more than going to the triple jump as Brian Kunani, Devon Green, and Cameron Fearson would finish 1, 2, and 3, sweeping the event. You see the jump there. Green, 40 feet, 11 inches. I'm sorry, Kunani, 40 feet, 11 inches. Green, 40 feet, 4 inches. And the man of the hour, here he is, Cameron Fearson. Hop, step, and a jump, and you always inch forward so that they will not mark you shorter. And that saves you a lot of inches. 42 feet, 6 inches. He is your triple jump regional champion for Region 5C. Congrats to Highland Springs. Speaking of Springer sweeps, let's go to the track event, shall we? Girls 55 hurdles. Look out, it's Princess Action Jackson in lane 4, taking first place, but her teammates Madison Green and Brianna Ricketts finished second and third, so the Springers get 2 sweeps on the afternoon. 55-meter dash. Yeah, this is Region 4B. They combine regions. And Varina's Eric Smith gets first place with a time of 6.41 seconds. Nicely done. Varina getting a W. More from the Blue Devils later. We aren't finished with them. How about the guys' 55-meter dash, Region 5C? That was real close. I thought Clover Hill won this. That's not the case. Xavier Moss of Glen Allen in first place with a time of 6.56 seconds. Highland Springs, a top 3 finish as well. How about some relay action, shall we? Girls 4B, 4x200-meter relay. Varina, one of the teams you can see in action, as 4 different girls will run 200 meters. That's how it works, hence 4x200. Down the stretch they come. And in this one, Cortland would finish in first place, but Varina, a strong 4th place finish overall. Girls 4x200 Region 5C. This includes Highland Springs. You see right there the first leg of this one. Deep Run Glen Allen in action as well. But when the rubber met the road, it would be Midlothian taking advantage in this with a first place finish. Make that Clover Hill with a first place finish. Glen Allen 3rd. Highland Springs would finish in 4th. Boys 5C, 4x2, Highland Springs and Glen Allen. It's Highland Springs, it's Glen Allen. It's Godwin, it's Highland Springs, it's Glen Allen. Want a photo finish? You got it. Highland Springs by a nose beats Glen Allen, and that would be the trend in this one, because guess what? Highland Springs boys would finish first, Glen Allen boys second. Girls, Glen Allen first, Highland Springs second. So a little flip-flop here. We go to the longer races now. Speaking of Varina, said we'd mention them again. Jillian Sisk, 1,600 meters, losing to the top 2 girls from the Hanover Hawks. But Sisk, very strong finish, 3rd place overall. She would also finish second in the 3,200 as well. So strong race from Jillian Sisk, future VMI cadet. We go to Region 5C, 1,600 meters for the girls. And in this one, it's all about Ellie Velasquez. Not even close. Ellie takes it the distance and finishes first place. Again, Glen Allen girls, a first place finish as a team. Congrats to everyone who qualified for states. Back to basketball now. We've got the 6-seeded home team in Deep Run taking on the 11th seed Tucker Tigers. Scoop and score early action. Wildcats in command in this one. Emma Streifler connects for 2. And then getting down and dirty, getting the defensive steal. And then patience is a virtue. And they find Ann Duncan, who connects for 2 down low. J.R. Tucker, another turnover. And Deep Run, more points. The aforementioned Duncan, only a sophomore. She's got a good future ahead of her. 22-5 was the score after 1 second quarter. More from the Wildcats. All the way to the rack. Up and in. Oluwakemi Igbarase, the freshman. She's got a future as well. It wasn't all Deep Run. Tucker did have their moments. Number 3, Kylo Witt connects for 2. The Wildcats were in firm command from start to finish. And Duncan, again, double digits for Duncan. Tigers trying to come back. That doggle hunt. Long J is good. And that is Coy Shabazz. 30-12 at the break. A little bit better for Tucker, but second half, same old story. Wildcats in transition. And number 30 again, like a broken record, it's Duncan again. This time Duncan, top of the key, facilitating the offense. Down low, yeah. Gets that one to go as well. It's Hannah Custis. She's also a freshman. Wildcats in control. They wrap this up and put a bow on it. Wildcats advance and beat Tucker 62-16. They would lose in the next round to Highland Springs, who advances. Henrico, let's go to Region 4B, shall we? Taking on King George. And King George, the Foxes, did not have answers for Henrico, although they do have a really cool logo. 3 ball up and in. Got it. Kynell McMillan. She's a freshman. She scores from deep, and it was raining threes. Hallelujah. All night long. For Henrico, that time, Delia Downey connects from long range. Warriors not done. Splitting the defense. Nicely done. And that time it was Shayla Wyatt, 26-2. Warriors in command, and then great passing leads to great offense, right? Number 22 finishing it off, Alicia Powers, senior, and then all the way to the rack. They had no answers for Sine Moore. And then more Henrico. This girl can really shoot. Rarely even draws iron. Number 11, Sine Moore. You wanted more? You got more. More from the Warriors. Sine Moore. Count it for 3, double digits for her on the night. All Henrico, easy squeezy lemon peasy. They win 71-30, although fall to Matoaka in the second round. Varina and Dinwiddie. This was an interesting matchup. Varina, the host, because they're the better seed, but Dinwiddie in their road pinks, hot pink at that, came out firing on all cylinders. Scoop score, again, attacking the basket, and then it always helps when you can shoot from distance, right? 3-ball! Count the money ball. That is good. The triple for Dinwiddie, and the Lady Generals jumped out to a 20-point advantage. That 3 is good. And Varina finding themselves in trouble at home. More from the Lady Generals. Got that one to go as well. Second half, though, different story. Varina comes blistering back. Jakayla Johnson for 3. Then fight on the offensive boards. Blue Devils had fight. Number 12, Kristen Carpenter connects. More Varina. 3-ball corner pocket. Yeah, got it. Varina would get this thing down to single digits. More for the Lady Blue Devils. Can they complete the comeback? That's good. Kristen Carpenter again. Varina. Offensive glass. This time Dinwiddie gets it back and gets a transition bucket to stop the bleeding, if you will, for a moment. And then finally, Lady Generals did just enough late to hold off this pesky Varina team. Have to be proud of their effort after falling way behind, but Dinwiddie puts an end to Varina's season. Final score, Dinwiddie 52, Varina 44.
We have plenty more action from the hardwood when we come back. Highland Springs looks to hold serve against upstart Clover Hill, while the Jags try to turn it on late against Deep Run. Highlights are straight ahead.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to Sports Wire, and it is the second round action of region basketball. We start with 5C, where the top seed, Glen Allen Jaguars, hosting the number 8 seed, Deep Run. Starting off okay for Glen Allen, but Deep Run, the 8 seed, and Glen Allen, the 1 seed, have met 4 times. It's the 4th time they met all season. All the games have been pretty close, and it was a close one throughout, almost. Ferrand, say hello to my little friend. Connects down low for 2. Glen Allen attacking that. Looked like a box-and-1 zone. Might be a 2-3. They extended it pretty nice. Good defense. Jordan Brown, what can he do for you? Well, rebound, score, you name it. What can this kid do for you? Quite a lot on this night. Max Hebert connects from long range. And then Wildcats not done. There's their big men. You saw them earlier. Jason Morgan for 2. Still not done his Deep Run. Hebert from long range. Count the money ball. That's good for 3. Wildcats in front. Glen Allen, could they counter? Yes, they can. Long range corner pocket 3 ball, just like a number on his jersey. Ferrand, say hello to my little friend, does it again. Wildcats have an answer, and his name is Hebert. Hebert double digits in the first half alone. Want more Hebert? You got it. Even if you don't want him, there he is. Connects on the mid-range, Jay. And Wildcats going on a little run. Hebert, heat check, step back, 3, got it! Oh my, can't guard him. At least not in the first half. Second half, different story. Still a 5-point lead for the 8th seed. Deep run at the half. Glen Allen says, not anymore. They turn it on. They've got this other gear about them. Jordan Brown connects, and then this guy gets buckets and bunches. I don't know how you stop Kristen Tiller, but every time I've seen Kristen Tiller play, he's scored 20 or more, it seems. Faron Friend does it again. Big-time friend for Glen Allen. And, yeah, Jordan Brown can hit from deep as well. Glen Allen absolutely dominates deep run late because Tiller goes off. Over 20 again for him. Glen Allen survives, 70-54. On the other side of the guys' bracket, you have the Highland Springs Springers taking on Clover Hill, the 10 seed versus the 2. Question is, could they stop Clover Hill? Could they stop Coles and keep that Cinderella slipper on? Well, if the shoe fits, right? Highland Springs says, we're going to get off to a good start, though. They got the bucket you saw earlier there. And there's 22 again in transition. And he gets to score. Mikhail Lewis doing damage in this one, just like he did against Freeman, only not as effective. Highland Springs offense was effective. Ezekiel Burchett connects down low for 2. And then the defense, suppress. Oh, they're stealing this from Coach Franklin on the girls' team a little bit like that. Maybe not quite as crazy, but Franklin Harris, yeah, he can appreciate the steal and score. Highland Springs up, but again, Mr. Buckets for Clover Hill, Brandon Hill, very cavalier about taking threes because he can make them. Highland Springs says, we'll see your 3 and raise you another. My name is Denzel Coles. I've scored over 1,000 points for my career in high school, and I'm not done. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Coles leading the way in points once again for the Springers. More press action, paying more dividends. I'm telling you, they're going to the Lady Springers practices, and it's paying off. Number 2, James Vaughn connecting down low. They don't need the help. They're defending state champs for a reason, right? And then dishing the rim. Nobody cuts through an alley like this guy. Evan Waller. Want more Waller? Waller crazy. Watch this. Woo-hoo-hoo! Dipsy-doo, how are you? Waller says, fine, thank you. Highland Springs up. Clover Hill would keep it close, though, because they start hitting from long range. Number 4 doing the honors there. Grafton Allen. But second half, Highland Springs, perfection on offense. Kmart, Christian Martin for 2. Springers again. Well, this is always a good option. Coles for 3. Got it. Coles leads away again. You want more Coles? Coles to finish it off. Bucket and the foul. Denzel Coles and Highland Springs move on. 75-61. All right, Glen Allen and Freeman. We go to the girls' bracket. 5C. You know you're old when you've covered the head coach of the Freeman Lady Mavericks, but I did in her playing days, and she was quite good. So are the Jags, by the way. That scoop and score up in for Sydney Worsham, and then they had Ava Johnson doing her thing. They were up big. This is second half highlights. Ava Johnson from deep, yes! And again, the 1 seed. The Jags did lose their regular season finale to a really good Thomas Dale squad. Might make them better in the postseason run if they could hold off Freeman. Number 20, Kylie Perks comes with the Perks and 2 points. Steal it, score it. It's the name of the game. Put the ball in the basket. Shoulders does that for the Lady Jags. Lindsay Shoulders connecting once again. Their defense was excellent throughout. Glen Allen's defense travels, stays at home, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of good offense, though, Addie Morton right there. Had a pretty good night for Freeman. Ava Johnson, she had her shooting shoes on. Connects there, no blows to the kiss to the crowd. She'll save that for Godwin, who upset Hermitage in ladies hoops on the other side of the bracket. Jags, Johnson, yes. She does it again. Yeah, and she's saving her stuff for the Godwin fans. More from Glen Allen, scoop and scoring. So many weapons. Sarah McGinley doing what she does best. And, yep, they had the leg up over Freeman. 47-21 the final.
So in the Class 5C boys bracket, Highland Springs, Glen Allen, and Hermitage stay alive from Henrico. On the ladies' side, so do the Jaguars, Springers, and Eagles. Meanwhile, in Class 4B, the Varina Blue Devils escape with a wild win over Eastern View to reach the semifinals. And we will have the highlights from the semifinals and finals on the next edition of SportsWire. Remember, if you have questions or comments about the show, just send me an email to this address, sportswire@henrico.k12.va.us. And you can always follow us on Twitter and watch us on YouTube. I can't wait to see you next time on SportsWire.